Okay, let's start our class. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm so glad you people are here. I actually understand that so many people don't have interest in anything called free classes, and I believe that's the reason why so many people are putting their classes as paid classes. But I still don't mind. I will continue with the people that are very interested in this very class. So let's start with our class. Once again, I welcome all of you. I hope you can hear me, all of you. Hope you can hear me right and you can see my screen. All right. So, once again, I welcome all of you. I welcome all of you again in this very free class on guide on meta ads on how we can run a successful ad on the meta platform. And when I talk about meta platform, I'm also referring to Facebook. So, I also want to use this opportunity to let you people know that this class is a free class and we're going to have this class for complete 7 days from Monday till Monday, exception of Thursdays. So, and this class is totally for beginners. Whatsoever I'm going to explain here, I'm going to explain it as a layman in a layman understanding. So, if you are already a professional or an intermediate in advertising on Facebook or Meta platform, I apologize in advance because most of the things we'll be talking here will be somehow weird to you because you have passed through that stage already. But this class is totally for beginners. It's a beginner guide on how you can run a successful ad. All right, so we are onboarding on the guide on meta ad, and like I said earlier, this is a beginner class. But before we go further into this class, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Isabel Anthony, and I'm very, very happy to see you all here. I'm a blogger, I'm also a YouTuber. I can as well call myself a developer, or should I say, I'm a former developer. So I'm a digital marketer, and also I'm an ad expert, especially when it comes to Meta ad, which is Facebook ad. So when it comes to anything that concerns tech in person, tech generally, I'm very, very interested in it. So that's exactly what I do. So without wasting much of your time, let's look at things we are going to cover for these 7 days. So the first thing we are going to cover here is what we call what is advertisement. So many people have been hearing about advertisement. Some people refer advertisement as marketing. Some people refer it as digital marketing or whatsoever. But in this class, I'm going to narrow it down to for you to understand what exactly is advertisement. And I'm going to talk about types of advertisement. Then once we're done with that, we're going to talk about why advertising. Because some people advertise, but they don't know the reason why they are even advertising, the reason why they should advertise. So in this class, we will talk about why advertising before we dive in into the main core of this particular class, which is Meta or Facebook advertisements. That's when we will be talking about what is Meta adverts, what is Facebook advertisement. And when I made mention of Meta, I'm also referring to Facebook, which I'm going to explain later why it is called Meta and why some people are still referring it to be Facebook. So when we talk about Meta, we are also talking about Facebook. And that's the reason I say Meta slash Facebook advertisement. Then after that, we're going to look at the benefits of Meta and Facebook and also Instagram ads. Why should we advertise on Facebook? Those are the benefits we are going to see, the reason why you need to. Then after that, we're going to talk about how to create a Facebook or Meta account. Like I said earlier, this is totally um, a beginner guide. I'm just referring to as if the people I'm teaching or the people I'm telling what to do don't know anything regarding Facebook. So I'm trying to, brush them up. And that's the reason why we have to learn how to create a Facebook or Meta account. So learning how to create a Facebook or Meta account, probably I know that most of you have a Facebook or Meta account, but the question is how secure is your Facebook and Meta account? So these are the things we're going to look at to know how we can authenticate our Facebook and our Facebook account to be secure enough, how we can secure it to avoid being hijacked. I've seen a lot of people, their Facebook account has been hijacked. Even when they open another account, it will be hijacked. So in this course, we're going to look at how you can secure your Facebook account, because your Facebook account, you have to secure it the way you are securing your bank accounts. Because if you have a business page, which we are going to talk about later, if you have a business page, it is under your Facebook account. So anything that happens to your Facebook account reflects to your business page. And that's the reason why you need to know how to create it perfectly, how to secure it perfectly, and etc. So after that, we're going to look at how we can create a profitable Facebook page. Some people usually create a Facebook page, which I understand. Most of us, I know most of us have a Facebook page already. But is that Facebook page, is it profitable to you? Is it actually yielding what you want? Is it the right way? Did you create it the right way? Or even though you have made a mistake, there is still a way to adjust that mistake. So we're going to look at into this. And we're going to look at how we can increase our Facebook page followers organically. Organically, without paying anybody. You can increase your Facebook page organically without paying a dime to anyone. So after that, we're also going to look at how we are going to convert our profile picture, our Facebook profile to professional mode. And this is just like a bonus to this course. Now, you might be asking, what is professional mode? Professional mode is making your personal profile, personal Facebook profile to look as if it's a page, which we don't recommend. We don't actually recommend it to use it as a business page, but sometimes some creators or some people would like to convert their personal Facebook profile to professional mode in order to earn money from Facebook. So we're going to see how to do that as well. Then after that, we're going to look at how we can create a Facebook or Meta Business Manager account. So there is difference between having a Facebook account and also having a Meta Business Manager account. Now, I'm going to explain this further, but let me just brief you on it. Having a Facebook business account, having a Facebook account and having a Facebook Business Manager account is a two different thing, which I'm going to explain further. And in that case, when it comes to your Facebook Meta Business Manager account, we are going to see how we can use it to utilize our creativity on creating profitable adverts. So later we'll talk about that when we get to that place. Then we'll be looking at how we can set up an ad account. If you don't have an ad account, there is no need of you placing an ad, because without an ad account, you can't place an ad. Okay, so that's it. Now, another thing we are going to look at is how we can run our first ad. How we can run our first ad after we have done all the things I just listed. We can now run and test run our first ad. That's when we can see the step by step we have to follow to create a successful ad using our Meta app, or we use our Meta ad manager. There are two ways you can create ad on Facebook. And these are the two ways I'm going to show you: using the app manager or using the web base, which is the website called Meta ad manager. Okay. So we are going to also look at the differences between running an ad directly and running a creative ad on the Meta ad manager. So when I talk about running an ad directly, I'm talking about boosting a post. Sometimes we post on our profile or we post on our page, and we will see something, a button called boost posts, or sometimes we see advertise under our post that we posted, even be it video, be it normal content we just posted. We're going to see something like advertise or boost. There is difference between clicking on that button to boost that post and going to your ad manager to create an ad, which I'm going to show you one after the other, things that differentiate between that and the ad manager. Then after that, we're going to look at how we can set up our Instagram account to entice our audience for sales. You know, one thing about getting audience or getting customers to come to your profile or come to your page is the first step. The second step is retaining those customers. Now, imagine placing an ad that you spent thousands of naira to place, and someone saw your ad, came to your profile, but your profile does not look like the way your ad looks like. Maybe on your ad, you are talking about you are a safety consultant, or you sell safety, or you sell babies wear. But when someone visits your profile, maybe your Instagram profile or your Facebook page, and the person will be seeing something different, you will see that the trust between you and the customer will not be there again, because he's seeing something different. He came to your profile to acquire what you are advertising, or to know more about what you're advertising, but your profile look differently from what you are advertising. So the trust will not be there. So we're going to show you how you can set up an Instagram account to entice your audience for sales once they come into your account. And the same thing goes to when we will be creating our Facebook page. We also show you how you can set up things to look like what you are advertising. Now, in addition, we're going to show you how you can add your business link in your bio, so that people will click instantly and connect with you directly without wasting much time, without them messaging you on Instagram, or messaging you on Facebook page, Facebook first. There can be a link whereby once they click on it, instantly it goes to you. Understand? They send message directly to you on your mobile phone, be it on WhatsApp or any other application you are using. So we're going to show you that too. So the next one we are going to show you, which is a bonus, is creating a WhatsApp link. There is some WhatsApp link. Most of you that came through my Facebook advert will also testify to that. When you click on, you want to contact me on WhatsApp, or you want to contact me on any of my social media platform, there is an automated text that comes in for you, right? So that text is what we are going to work on creating a WhatsApp link that automatically, once someone clicks on that link, it redirects the person um, to your WhatsApp number, including a particular text for you to be able to track where this person is coming from. If the person is coming from your ad, you will know. If the person is coming from somewhere that you pasted the link, you will know. So we're going to look into that too. So the next thing we are going to look at is, why is our ad not converting, or why your ad might not be converting. Creating an ad is good, but there is possibility of you creating an ad, spending money on ad, but your ad is not converting. So what did I mean by converting? Converting means that the purpose of that ad, you are not getting it. You created an app to get customers to buy your products and services, but you're not getting the customers. You are only seeing that people are engaging with your ad, but they are not contacting you. They are not calling you. They are not doing anything. They're not buying. So all those things are the reason why, when we talk about, they are the reason when we talk about why your ads are not converting. So we're going to talk about that. And lastly, we'll be talking about how you can make at least 100,000 naira weekly with Meta or Facebook advertising. We'll be talking about that. So if you can see all this course outline, you will see that you don't need to miss any of this class for anything. You really don't need to miss any of this class for anything. Okay? So without wasting much of your time, let's go into what we have for today. We are going to talk about what is advertising. What is advertisement? What is advertisement? So now, according to Wikipedia stated that advertising is the practice and techniques employed to bring attention to a product or services. Advertising aims to put a product or service in the spotlight in hope of drawing its attention of consumers. That's the Wikipedia definition. Now, let me explain in details. We have gone past the time when we will sit at home, or we sit at our various shop, and be expecting our customers to come to our shop or to our various shop to place an order, to get what we are selling, or to ask for the prices of what we're selling. We have gone past that stage. The current stage we are now is digital world, whereby you will be at the comfort of your home and still sell massively, bigger than the people in the market. So what advertising means is that you are forcefully, my own definition is that you are forcefully placing your product in front of your customers, telling them this is what you sell without them even seeing you. You are forcibly placing it in front of them, telling them this is what you sell, this is what your services is all about, this is what you do. I don't know if you're following. If you are following, please, I would like you guys to use the chat box, the chat message. Let me be sure that you are following. If you are following, please use the chat box. Let me know that you are following. Okay. Okay. All right. So someone said I should repeat the definition. Definition is on the screen, but let me just repeat that. I said advertising is the practice and techniques employed to bring attention to a product and services, to a product or services. Advertising aims to put a product or service in the spotlight in hope of drawing its attention of consumers. I want you to underline that word hopes. Understand? Because some people will believe that so many people might be telling you this that once you start advertising, you'll be selling massively. Yes, that's true. But there is possibility of you advertising without selling. So that's why they say in hope of drawing its attention of consumers. So what you are doing, you are marketing your product in front of people, in front of audience, telling them that this is what you sell. Come and buy from me. Understand? Come and buy from me. So now, if we went further, you will see what another definition said. It said advertising is also a notice or announcement in a public medium promoting a product, services, or event, or publicizing a job vacancy. This is one of the reasons why even as you walk along, let me just bring it down to the let me bring it down to the real time or real life stuff. Okay. When you're walking along the road, you can see some people putting a banner or a poster or a kind of slip saying that vacancy, vacancy, vacancy. We have this job title for you, 30,000. They are advertising their company to get people in. That's part of advertising. Okay. So that's part of advertising. Sometimes you hear from the radio station where they're talking about a product, they're talking about a service, they're talking about a particular company that opens new, they are in need of this, they are in need of that. That is what advertising is all about. Showcasing what you do, showcasing what you want. It can be showcasing your services, it can be showcasing what you want. So when I talk about showcasing what you want, it means that you are showcasing yourself to some people, telling them that you need workers. But if you are showcasing yourself that you render services, is part of the advertising. Okay. So now, if you watch this picture here, you can see that this is an example of advertisement. Okay. This baby here is eating something. Understand? So these people are trying to market their products with this baby eating this thing and also smiling. Now, let me bring it to a layman understanding. If this banner, if this poster now, maybe you are walking along with your child or walking along with your little brother, and your little brother saw this thing right now, and he saw the way this guy was smiling. In his own mind, he will be thinking that if I eat this, I will be smiling just like this guy. You understand? So this is where advertising creativity comes in. But we're going to talk about creativity later. I just use this as an example. Going further, we can see another term of advertising. Now, we can see another term of advertising. This is another definition of what advertising is. If you watch here, they say advertising is a marketing strategy that businesses use to promote their brand, product, or services. Each type of advertising will have similar goals, whether turning potential buyers into actual customer, sharing information with new audience, or building brand awareness. Ultimately, advertising helps grow your business. This definition is simply what I explained, that you might be showcasing yourself to get workers, or you might be showcasing yourself to render services. And this is exactly what was defined here. Okay. So the next one you're going to look at now is, sorry, let me be sure. Okay. Now, The next one I'm going to look at now is marketing versus advertising. Like I said earlier, when we started this, I said that so many people refer advertising as marketing. But when it comes to marketing, marketing is a very broad, how will I even put it? It's a very broad thing because advertising is under marketing. If we go back to our last definition, you will see what they say there. They say advertising is a marketing strategy. So, which means advertising is a strategy under marketing, but not marketing. I don't know if you get. Advertising is a strategy under marketing itself, but not marketing. So now, if we go into this marketing versus advertising, if we read further, we're going to see that um, marketing and advertising are actually similarities. They have the same. They have many similarities between the marketing and the advertising. But if you look further, you will see that there are a lot of differences between marketing and advertising. And I'm going to explain that in a bit now. Now, let's refer back to what marketing is. Now, here, marketing refers to the overall strategy of promoting a product or services to a targeted audience. So, when we talk about marketing, we are talking about the general ideology in publishing our product or services or promoting our company. Now, when we talk about advertising, advertising is part of marketing, but not actually what marketing is. I don't know if you get this point. If you don't get it, let me still explain further. Do we get this point? Please use the chat box. Let me understand. Okay. So should I continue, please? Okay, someone said I should explain further. All right. Okay, so let me explain further now. Now, when it comes to marketing, for example, let me go into real words. For example, in a company, have you ever heard where they say they have an advertising department? I don't think you can hear such word advertising department, but they will have what they call marketing department. Then inside marketing department, they will now have different strategical way of marketing their product. That's when advertising comes in. Now, when we talk about advertising, advertising is a strategy that is being embedded under marketing. Now, advertising focus mainly on paid promotion. It focus mainly on paid promotion. But when we talk about marketing in general, there is some marketing that doesn't need paid promotion. Your staffs can go and do that. We can say it with our mouths. We can say it. We can even just many things we can say it with our mouth. That's just the key there. But when we focus more on advertising, we are talking about paid promotion, whereby that's why you'll be seeing all these billboard announcement in the radio and other things. So paid promotion is what advertising focused on. But marketing is just like the father of all, the father of all. Like if you come to any department now in a company, in a company like example what I said earlier, if you will have what they call marketing department, right? Then under marketing department we have other strategical department under that marketing department. So in summary of this explanation, marketing has similar things to do with advertising, but marketing is the father of advertising. Advertising focus on the paid section of it, whereby marketing can be done either paid or free. That's why sometimes you see some bankers under marketing, they go to offices to talk about it. Those ones they don't pay for that. They are talking about their company using their mouth. Understand? But when you see some promotion going online, those ones are being paid for. All right. So that's all about the marketing and advertising. let's go into types of advertising. Are we following? Are we following? Let me be sure. Are we following? All right. All right. All right. So now let's talk about types of advertising. The truth you have to know is that how small, no matter how small your business is, or no matter how you want your business to grow, or no matter anything you want to do in your company, you will surely need to develop different advertising campaign to achieve that specific business. You understand? So no matter how it is, when Mark, which is the owner of Facebook, started, he never started big as it is now. He started little. So if there is no advertising campaign strategies for any goal that you want to achieve, you can never achieve it. So now let's talk about the types of advertisements now. Advertisements can be broken down into two major categories. Number one is traditional advertisement, and the second one is digital advertising. Now, furthermore, we are going to embed more or go more deeper into digital advertising. But I'm going to explain what traditional advertising means and what digital advertising means. So let's look at what traditional advertising is. If you look at this traditional advertising now, you see that traditional advertising refers to the types of advertising typically done offline. And what are the types of advertising that we can call traditional advertising? These are the days which most of them still exist till now. When we are using newspapers, billboard, radio adverts, to make advertising, that's when we are talking about traditional advertising. But we all know that today, in the current world today, instead of you embedding money or putting in money in newspaper, in billboard, it's better you put it into social media advertising, which is where everything is being focused. How many of you, if I'm to ask question right now, let me just ask this question. How many of you read newspaper today? How many of you read newspaper today? If you read newspaper, can I see you chat? I see you send. So how many of you how many of you read newspaper today? Believe you me, nobody. Nobody. So another question, please. How many of you listen to radio? Like when I talk about radio, I'm talking about the news section, apart from the music section. Okay, so I can see some people saying that only football games and other things. So the gospel truth is that so many newspapers now have their website. They also have their social media accounts where they now refer people now to start communicating through that aspect. Hardly for you to see newspaper spots, understand, where people gather for newspaper. Even though if people gather there, you can see only 5 or 6 newspapers. So time has gone when people focus mainly on the traditional advertising. So when we talk about traditional advertising, we're talking about things we use offline, which is the newspaper, billboard, and radio advertising. So mainly, this old advertising, this traditional advertising method are what we tag as old advertising method. The current advertising that we have now is digital advertising. Okay. So that's what will lead us to talk about what digital advertising is. Now, when you look at digital advertising, you see that technology has already taken over. That's the gospel truth. Technology has already taken over. For example, we have Google, right? Nothing we are looking for now, we cannot search on Google, no matter what. There is nothing that is not on Google today. Anything we want is on Google. And Google is part of the digital advertising we're talking about, is part of the digital world we're talking about. Now, if we look at the differences between digital advertising and traditional advertising, you can see that on digital advertising, ads are interactive. Customers and clients can come to you via engaging ads, content, and social media channels, just like Facebook, Twitter, Google, and other people. You can just sit at the comfort of your home and customers will come to you. Even though they don't want to come to you, they want to confirm something from you. What they will do is that they will chat you up, you send picture of what you have, and you transact from there. You ship to the person instantly to his or her location without even moving an inch. You understand? So without moving an inch. So let's deep more into what digital advertising is. Now, over the definition of digital advertising, these are the technologies being used for digital advertising, such as SMS text messages, social media campaigns. Digital advertising refers to marketing across online platforms and digital communication channels, just like what I explained earlier. Sometimes we receive bulk SMS from some companies, right? But back then, when we want to communicate with our people abroad, we usually use what they call letter, right? We go to post office to pick letter, we go to post office to write letter and send back. But in today's world, we can do that without moving an inch. We can do that even at the comfort of our home, sending WhatsApp messages, sending email messages, and doing any other thing. So we can see that everything is now digitalized, and that's the reason why digital advertisement is here. And we're going to focus more on the Facebook aspect of advertising. Remember, we have other platform that does this advertising of a thing, which involves Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and so many other. But we are focusing on this course. We are focusing on the Facebook section. All right, we're focusing on the Facebook section. So, are we still there? Are we still there? Okay. Are we following? If we are following, can I see you? Okay. Thank you very much. All right. All right. So now let's look at why advertising. Why do we need to advertise? What are the reasons why we need to advertise? Now, the first reason why you need to advertise is what we call brand awareness. We are advertising because we need people to know us. We need companies to know us. We need customers to know us. You understand? So that's the reason why up to today, that keep doing adverts. Up to today, um, so many big companies keep doing adverts, and up to today, so many other brands are keep doing advert, both Coca-Cola and so many of them. Understand? Even MTN keep doing, no matter how big MTN is, they keep doing adverts. All right. So now, one of the reason why we advertise is the brand awareness. And the second reason why we advertise is brand building, because we want people to believe in us. We want people to know us, and we want them to believe in us. That's why we are doing an advert to tell them that our products or our services or what we are rendering to them is genuine and they should give it a try. So we are trying to build a brand. We are trying to build a brand. And the third thing again is product awareness. Product awareness. Now, you might be saying we have talked about brand awareness. Why bringing product awareness? There's a difference between brand awareness. Brand awareness is talking about your company generally, right? Or a particular brand. Yes, talking about your company generally, but your company can have different kinds of products. So if you advertise one particular product without advertising the other one will be selling, while the other one will not be selling. So that's why we also need what they call product awareness. That's one of the reasons why we do advertisement. Now we want to expand our customer base. You don't just base, maybe for example, you base in Port Harcourt and you are selling some things in Port Harcourt. You want to expand to Lagos. You want to expand to China. You want to expand to so many other countries and states. That's one of the reasons why advertising is very important. And you can't sit at the comfort, you can't sit at your store or sit at your warehouse or sit at your office to be able to expand. You need to advertise and target those people that are outside where you are, or expand where you are. Understand? Expand your locations to be able to reach all those people that are outside where you are. So expanding customer base is very, very important in advertising. That's one of the reasons why we also advertise. Then we want to focus on our target audience. Now, why we should advertise is that we want to focus on our target audience. So let me make this very quick. Focusing on a target audience simply means knowing the people you want to advertise for. Now, for example, if we use the traditional way of doing advert earlier, which is using the billboard, right? Now, you paid for billboard 200,000 every month or 300,000 every month. The billboard, your advert will be on that billboard. But the number of people that pass through that billboard is not filtered enough to know to say, okay, I don't want these people to pass through this site because I don't want them to see my ad. Definitely 30 persons, 50 persons, or 60 persons might pass through that your billboard. Maybe only one person is interested in that your advert that will look at it and say, okay, I think I will go and try this. But if you use digital advertising, you are focused on a particular audience, saying these are the only people I want my ad to see, I want them to see my ad. These are the only people I want them to see my ad. So you will focus on your target audience than focusing on a general audience. Okay. So now we can also expand our reach. Which is the same thing as expanding customer base. We can also attract new customers. When you advertise, you get new customers. Honest truth is that most of you that join this class, some of you know me facially, some of you know me very well, but most of you that attended this class now, you don't know me. This is your first time of seeing my ad, right? Joining my group to listen to me. So without me advertising, I won't get to you. All right. So attracting new customer, because indirectly, the honest truth is that you people are my customers, even though you are not paying me for this, but indirectly you are my what? You are now my customer. Okay. So attracting new customers is the reason why we should be what? Advertising. Also, develop customers' trust. To develop customers' trust. Because if someone can pay money for his or her services to be advertised, in that case, the person is at least 50% genuine to do business. At least the person is 50% genuine to do business. Then if you do business with the person and it went successfully, you can now tag the person 100% genuine. So developing customer trust is one of the reasons why we should be doing advertising. Then we want to increase sales. Now, increasing sales is one of the reasons we should be doing what? Doing advertising, because most of you, I can bet it that 70% of people that join this class are business people. They want to know how they can increase their sales, their products and services, whatsoever they are doing, that will give them more income in whatever they are doing, right? So increasing sales is another important reason why we are advertising. Now, the next one why we're advertising is that we want to stay ahead of the competition. Yes, we want to stay ahead of the competition. Two people might be selling the same product, but one person might be wiser than the other one. And the one that is wiser than the other one is the one that will win the competition, because the other one understand the strategy, understand the logics behind advertising. Then the person went into advertising, and the person will just sit comfortably in her office or his office and be selling, shipping goods every single day. But the other person that relies on the traditional way of advertising, sitting at the office waiting for customer to come and price product and services, we sit there for 1 month without selling any products. You understand? So staying ahead of the competition is one of the reasons why advertising is very, very important. The next thing is to enhance our brand image. Enhance our brand image, putting our image in front of every single person that uses the internet. Putting our brand image in front of every single person that uses the internet. Today, anywhere you see Facebook logo, you will know it's Facebook logo. You already know what Facebook is. Anywhere you see Google logo, you already know it's Google. You already know what Google is meant for. Anywhere you see Apple sign, you already know that this is iPhone products. Understand? So doing that also helps, and that's the reason why we are advertising. Now we have to promote our products and services, which I've already explained in most of those things I said earlier. Then we also have what they call communication of information. Communication of information. Now we are advertising for easy communication with our customers. We are advertising for easy communication with our customers. We are also advertising to retain our customers. Sometimes retaining of customers means retargeting. Let me put this in a very simple way. You might sell something to a customer today online. The customer might forget about you. He might forget that he even bought, or she even bought something from you. But when you start doing advertisements, and the person saw your product, the person will be like, he will recall and say, oh, yeah, I bought something like this. in so so store or from so so person. That's when the person can recall to call you to ask you if you have so 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 thing. So with advertising, you have already retained that customer. The customer is not just a one-time person. The customer wanted to leave you before, but your advertising brought the person back to buy again from you. So these are the reasons why advertising is very, very important. So reaches target customers. Reaches target customers is also the same thing as focus on your target audience. Focus on your target audience. So you see similar thing with focus on your target audience, which is the richest target customers. So why you were advertising is to reach your targeted customers, which is at first they were your audience, but later after they have bought from you, they are already your customers. So reaching out to them again is one way of reason why we should do advertising. Okay. So I don't know if we get this part. If we get this part, let me know in the chat box, please. Please let me know in the chat box if you get this part, so I will know that we are communicating. Are we there? All right. So I should move ahead, right? All right. All right. So social media advertising. Now I have been talking about advertising, talking about advertising. Now let's move further into social media advertising. Why social media marketing and advertising are the most promotion outlet that we need. Okay. So this refers to the things I've been saying earlier, where I talked about why you should uh, why you should engage in the digital marketing or in the digital advertising. That's the what brought us back to social media advertising. Now, when we talk about social media advertising, we have several social media advertising. For example, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have Twitter, we have so many of them up there. Now, why do we need social media advertising? 90% of people in the whole world are on the social media. True or false? Probably yes, it's true. So 90% of the people in the whole world are on the social media. So if you're talking about the best place to use your advertising strategy to get and attract people are the social media advertise. So you have to go in excuse me. So if you're talking about the best place to advertise digitally is social media. Example, Facebook, which is what we are going to cover very soon. So the next place you are going to advertise are any other social media platform. But in this particular course, we're going to focus on the Facebook aspect. Okay. So if you watch our definition that we have here, they say social media marketing and advertising are unlike most promotion outlets because it allows you to engage with your audience in an authentic way. It allows you to engage with your audience in an authentic way. Social media will let you know who exactly you want to target, which people you want to target. That's the reason why during advert we're going to look into that later. During when you want to create an advert, that is how you narrow your targeted audience. You narrow people that you want to see your ad. You narrow them according to what you want and not what. Are we still there? Are we still there? All right. All right. So now that's one thing about social media. It helps you to target your audience in an authentic way. Not only that you can personalize your ad. Like I said earlier, you can narrow it to exactly the people that you want. If you're into drinks, you can narrow it to people that love drink. If you're into you're a developer or you're a safety person, safety consultant, you can narrow your ad to focus on that particular people without exceeding those people. You understand? So that's one thing about social media advertising. So let's look at the social media platform or social media leading platforms that we can advertise on. We have the LinkedIn advertising, we have the Meta slash Facebook advertising, we have the Meta slash Instagram advertising, we also have the Twitter advertising, we have the Pinterest, and we have the TikTok advertising. But we all know that we are focused on these two here, which is our Meta and Facebook advertising and also our Meta and Instagram advertising. So we are focused on these two because Meta is the owner of Facebook and Meta is the owner of Instagram. So these are the two we will be looking at right now. We'll be looking at these two advertising platforms. All other advertising platforms are good platforms, which we'll talk about maybe in any other time. But in this particular class, we are focusing on the Meta advertising platform, which is Facebook and Instagram. Okay? Which is Facebook and Instagram. So in our next class, which is tomorrow, we'll be talking about what Meta of Facebook advert is. We'll be talking about what Meta of and Facebook ad is, and we'll be talking about why we should advertise on Facebook, which is the benefits of Facebook advertising and Instagram. So this is where we're going to stop today. Tomorrow we continue from here. Please, anybody that has question regarding what we have said so far, you can just raise your hand up and I'll unmute you to talk to us. All right, Benjamin, you can talk to us, Ben.
Okay, thank you so much. I must appreciate the wonderful way you presented everything. It is very, very clear. My question, I don't know if the first day is the right time, although I'm still expecting when that area is covered, but let me just ask it. People like people that are into lawyers, like if they are to advertise, how are they going to know their target market? Someone have also reached out to me regarding to that. I don't know much about advertising, but it was like he wants to advertise his business, his firm. But I still wondering how are they going to know who their target market is, know people who are into trouble, people who need lawyers, maybe when they were maltreated, when they were being cheated and all that. So I just want to know how to get the target market for lawyers.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. All right, there is something we call open target. So when it comes to lawyer services, lawyer can render services to anybody. It must not be someone that is having issue or whatever related to that. So that's what we call open target. Understand? You're not targeting a specific person. It's an open target that we can use that. But when we want to run our first ad, like you said earlier, we are going to get to that point. When we want to run our first advert, we will also touch a little bit on that ad targeting audience. We'll touch a little bit about that. Okay. So I hope I answered your question clearly.
Okay, I think I
All right. Into tech biz, please. Can we hear from you? Thank you.
I cannot use my mic. So good evening everyone and thank you so much, Mr. Trice, for the explanation. It was really clear. So my question is regarding what Mr. Benjamin just said. He said he wants to advertise for lawyer. Did you confirm with that person if they're allowed to advertise? Because I think I've encountered a lawyer that said there's a law that lawyers are not allowed to advertise. That's why you don't see lawyer advertising, right? And even if they are to advertise, it should be that you're advertising a product rather than them advertising themselves. So I just wanted to ask, and you should like be very clear on it too. So that's my question to Mr. Ben.
Okay, Ben, you can unmute yourself and talk to us.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the person has been advertising on Google using some keywords. Honestly, he really wants people to come to his website where he has a lot of things to showcase. You just want to create an awareness. So I don't know if there is a law that doesn't support that, but the person is just looking for a way to get people to know about what he's doing and to get more traffic. Not he's not actually doing any blogging, but he just want to people to know that he's very, very good so that when there are any opportunities people will need lawyer, he will be among the list that people are likely to reach out to. So he's currently advertising on Google. So I don't know if there is any law, but I know he's currently advertising on Google, but he wants to reach more people by using social media platform as well.
All right. So into tech biz, you have anything to say? Into tech biz.
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. So in addition to what we just discussed right now, yeah, a lawyer can actually advertise, but he won't be too specific. He might have like a banner of his picture with a heading or write up. Do you need a lawyer? Contact me. Something like that. Do you need a lawyer? Let me know. Then the link behind the advert might be a link to his website. So he won't be too specific, understand? Because even Facebook has their own policy too. There is some product you can advertise on Facebook, but that would be when we were talking about this Facebook advertising and so many other things, so that we won't get confused at a point. Understand? Because this is actually a beginners class. Understand? So we have to narrow things down for everyone to also understand. So when we get to that point, I will explain more in it on how it can be done and how it will be done. So in addition to this, someone was saying, please, sir, I need the picture so I can go through it again and again, sir. Emmanuel Gabriel, I think I'm recording, right? Yeah, I'm recording. So what will happen is that I'm going to try my possible best to see if I can edit it this night and upload it on my YouTube channel. Then I'll share the link in the group for you to go and rewatch as many times as you want. Okay. At the end of this class, that's for the people that will be attending the class every single day. For the people that will be attending the class every single day till the end of the class. So at the end of the class, I might, so you put me in prayer too. I might decide to give out this slide to the people that attended. Understand? So just keep in touch. But I will be uploading each of our class on my YouTube channel so that we can be able to watch over and over again. All right. Thank you. Is there any other person that has anything to say or any question?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Joe.
Please, I wanted to ask a question on actually I'm an herbal worker. I work with a certain American company and I do advertise my products on Facebook. So I wanted to ask maybe if there are policies on advertising those products on Facebook or like they have a certain rules governing those stuffs.
If I hear you correctly, you talked about herbal, right? Herbal drugs.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah. There is some rules. There is some rules that comes with some other products, which I'm going to explain more when we get to that point. But keep reminding me in case I skip it out. There is some rules. There is some things that's the reason why when you place an ad, it goes through Facebook for approval before it comes up. Understand? So there is some rules that guide most of these products, especially like there is some product like sexual products, manpower products, all those things you can't advertise it on Facebook. You can't advertise such on
Okay.
Facebook. Understand? Even though you want to advertise it, that is how you can twist it. That's how you can twist the picture, not showing everything clearly. And also, even your write up, you can also twist your write up for human understanding to understand, but the robot will not understand it. Understand? So it's just like a try. It's just for you just to try. I'm not giving you 100% guarantee that it's going to be approved or worked, but it's just for you to try based on this kind of product. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that point actually.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So is there another person, please? All right. In absence of that, there's somebody wrote something. Please, sir, I would like to know if you will teach some of us that their ad account is restricted on how to resolve the issue. Mm, okay. What will happen is this: at the end of this class, I don't know how many months already has your ad account been restricted, because ad account restriction has limits. All right, let me go back to where I'm saying to what I'm saying. Ad account restriction has limits. There is a length, or should I say a time average, that once your ad account has been restricted, maybe for some months, you can never retrieve it again. Understand? And another thing is to check if the reason why they restricted your account, if it is permanent restriction. If it is permanent restriction, then you can't do any other thing. I can only show you, just because you are a member of this class, that's what I'm going to show you for free. Understand? I can only show you how you can create another ad account and continue using it. Like my own personal ad account, when I don't know anything about this, they have restricted my ad account. 3 of my ad account are restricted till today, is disabled. But I still have more than 5, 6, 7 ad account active currently now. I still have extra 5, 6 ad account active. Now, if I still want to create another one, I will still create. Understand? So sometimes if your ad account is being restricted permanently, maybe you can't create another one. There is a way you can maneuver to create another ad account and leave that particular one alone. But if it's something that can be resolved, to be restricted, if it's something that can be resolved, then we'll go into that, just because you are among this class. If not so, that's a special service altogether. But because you are attending this class, maybe at the end of the class, we'll work on that. You are welcome. So, any other person, please, that has something to say? Another person that has something to say? The floor is open. All right. In absence of that, I think this should be the end of this today's class, right? So tomorrow, please, we should try to come up on time. 8 o'clock dot. We have started so that we can end up by 9 o'clock dot, and we'll have a lot to learn. If you are here at first, you will see all the course outline are listed. You will see that we have a lot to learn. Okay. I decided to make this free. I decided to teach this. I decided to show you this. Is a way of me giving back to the community. Okay. This is a course people are charging 30,000, 50,000, 20,000, at least minimum 5,000 naira. But this is it, giving it out for free. So the only way you can encourage me is what? Keep sharing, keep coming on time. Let's finish it up on time, so I can also have enough time to set up other things that will also help you in the future. All right. Thank you so much for coming. I so much appreciate each one of you for making out your time to attend to this class today. I appreciate it, and I'm not taking it for granted. Though I know I'm the one offering you people service, but I'm still saying thank you for at least accepting my service. Okay. So thank you so much. I appreciate. So see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.